Some people don't feel burned out. They feel hunted, like life is always one notification away from proving they're failing. And the cruel part is, from the outside, they look fine. Present problem. When Marcus Holloway walked into my office, he kept his phone face down in his palm, like it was a hot stone. "I'm not lazy," he said quickly. "I'm just stuck." He was 32, based in Columbus, Ohio, working in operations for a mid-sized logistics company. Good job. Stable pay. And yet his eyes looked like someone who hadn't slept in weeks. "My inbox is a monster," he whispered. "If I open it, I feel guilty. If I don't open it, I feel guilty. So I scroll. I clean. I do anything except the one thing." Backstory. Marcus grew up in a house where praise was rare and silence felt like punishment. His dad measured love in results, grades, trophies. Did you win? When Marcus did well, the reward was, "Good, do it again." When he struggled, the room got colder. So he learned a dangerous skill early. Look fine on the outside, panic quietly on the inside. He became the kid who didn't ask for help, the teen who stayed up late fixing assignments that were already good, the young adult who mistook exhaustion for responsibility. In college, that panic turned into perfectionism. At work, perfectionism turned into avoidance, because if something wasn't perfect, it felt like proof he didn't deserve the seat he was sitting in. Breakdown. He described mornings that started with a plan and ended with shame. "I tell myself I'll answer just 3 emails," he said. "Then I see 40. My chest tightens, I think, I can't catch up, and suddenly it's noon and I've done nothing." He wasn't doing nothing, really. He was doing survival tasks, rearranging the kitchen, checking the same spreadsheet twice, making coffee he didn't even want. Busy, but not brave. And the guilt followed him like a shadow. He'd sit at dinner with his girlfriend Lena, nodding at her words while his mind replayed subject lines like threats. One night she said, softly, "I miss you, Marcus, even when you're here." He heard it as an accusation. He took it as evidence. Evidence that he was failing. Dual breakdown. The first breakdown was practical. Missed replies, delayed decisions, the feeling of falling behind. The second breakdown was personal. The belief that falling behind meant he was falling apart. He said, "When I'm behind, I feel like I'm about to get fired." "Have you ever been written up?" I asked. "No." "Have you ever been told you're underperforming?" "No." He swallowed. "But it feels like it's coming." That's how fear works. It doesn't need proof. It just needs a familiar pattern. His nervous system wasn't reacting to email. It was reacting to an old rule: make no mistakes, or you lose love. Insight. Mentor moment. I asked him something simple. What are you afraid will happen if you send a reply that's only 80% perfect? He laughed, but it wasn't funny. Someone will think I'm careless. And if they think that, they'll stop trusting me. And if they stop trusting you? Marcus stared at the carpet, voice smaller. Then I'm not safe. That was the real problem. Not tasks, my duty. So I said, your brain is still living in the house you grew up in, but you don't live there anymore. Today, safety is something you can build, one tiny action at a time. He blinked hard, like he didn't expect kindness to be part of the solution. Mini insights, I gave him 3 small truths to carry. Avoidance is protection, not a personality flaw. Perfectionism is fear wearing a suit. Confidence is earned after the action, not before it. Action steps. We wrote a plan that was almost insultingly small. That was the point. The 2-minute doorway. He would open his inbox and stay there for 2 minutes. Not to finish anything, just to stand in the doorway without running. If his heart raced, that was allowed. The goal was stay, not solve. The good enough reply, he would pick one email and reply with a template. Got it. Here's what I can do by Hotokyan. I'll update you by Hot9. No over-explaining, no apology marathon, clear and kind. Then he'd hit send before his brain could negotiate. The 5-3-1 method. 5 minutes, sort the top of the inbox. 3 minutes, answer one message. 1 minute, write the next single action on a sticky note. Then stop. Win the day early. A shame break. When his chest tightened, he'd say out loud, "This is anxiety, not danger." Then he'd exhale slowly, twice, and touch the desk. Physical proof he was here, now, safe. Repair, not panic. If he missed a day, he would not make up for it with a midnight sprint. He would repair with the next small step. Because consistency is built with returns, not punishments. Turning point. The first week, Marcus didn't transform into a productivity machine. He simply stopped lying to himself. He showed up. 2 minutes, 1 email, a small win. On day 9, he emailed his manager. "Hey, I'm reorganizing my workflow. If you need something urgent, flag it with time sensitive and I'll prioritize it." He expected backlash. Instead, his manager replied, "Smart, do that." Marcus read it 3 times like it was written in another language. Permission. Later that evening, he told Lena, "I'm learning how to be present again." She didn't cheer. She didn't demand proof. She just sat closer and said, "That's all I wanted." Real-life example. I reminded him of a pattern we see in high performers across fields. Progress often comes from tiny, repeatable habits, not heroic bursts. James Clear, known for popularizing the idea of atomic habits, often emphasizes identity-based change, becoming the kind of person who shows up consistently, even in small ways. Marcus didn't need a new personality. He needed a new practice. Prove to himself daily that he can face discomfort and still be okay. Slow transformation. A few weeks later, Marcus came in and said, "I still get the urge to run, but now I can name it." He told me about a Saturday morning when he opened his laptop, saw a complicated thread, and felt that familiar heat in his chest. Old Marcus would have shut the lid and punished himself all weekend. Instead, he stood up, put a hand on the counter, and said, "Anxiety is here." Then he did the smallest brave thing. He wrote 1 line. "I'm on it. I'll confirm by 3 p.m. He sent it, closed the laptop, and went for a walk. No spiral, no self-hate, just a human being choosing return over retreat. Life lesson. The inbox wasn't a monster. The monster was the old belief that one imperfect moment could cost him belonging. When Marcus learned to answer 1 email without collapsing into shame, he wasn't just doing work. He was rewriting a childhood contract that never should have been signed. And that's the quiet truth. Confidence is not a feeling you wait for. It's a habit you build. Closing line. If you're carrying the same fear, start smaller than your pride wants. 2 minutes, 1 reply, 1 step. Because little by little, safety returns. And when safety returns, so does your life. We'll meet again tomorrow, with new ideas, new energy, and a new way to grow through life.